Hi guys, Monday blessings. I hope that you're all safe and I hope that you're all well and that you had a fantastic weekend, whatever you got up to. And welcome to the 1st of August. How quickly this year is going. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that came to support the Devises demonstration of mediumship. It was a lovely evening, fantastic energies, fantastic night. So if you were part of that or if you supported that, thank you so much for being there. I just want to say, I hate to sort of moan, I hate to whinge, but there is something that happened last night which I do think is really important to just briefly touch upon and to just raise a little bit of an awareness. I run a professional service. I'm a professional working medium. I do professional shows and I have time to myself out of my working commitments. And whenever I do a mediumship show, they take a lot out of me. They're very draining. So the day after very often is a day off. It'll be a rest, it'll be a recovery day. Now, yesterday I had a situation where somebody had a message passed on from the demonstration that I did in Devises saying that a loved one came through, they were safe, X, Y, and Z. Lovely, that's fine. But then this person became very demanding, quite aggressive, that they wanted me to see if I could make a connection, see if I could sort of do a reading for them that immediate moment in time. And I'm not being nasty to anybody, but that is a complete disrespect to my work because I can't just click for people. Like you all have working jobs, this is my working job and I need switch off time. You know, doing mediumship can be very draining, it can be very exhausting, and if you don't have that rest and recharge, it can actually be quite damaging. And you know, this person didn't sort of stop to ask what was I doing, you know, was I actually available in the first instance. And I was more than happy to conduct a reading for this person, but I just said I can do these times. As you guys know, I do get booked usually around a month in advance, so I can't necessarily just do something there and then. I can't necessarily pull a rabbit out of the hat, not because I don't want to, but just because I don't always have the time. Yesterday, as it was my day off, I had been drinking. I'd had a few drinks as well because obviously it was my day off, it was my downtime. I do need a life outside of being a medium. So I'm not saying it to be nasty, and I completely understand with grief, it's horrible, it's awful, and it's the shit side of life, isn't it? We all have to go through it, excuse my language, but it is the kind of crap side of life. We all have to go through it at some point or various points. But at the same time, a medium can never replace and never take back, you know, or bring back the complete energy of a person. I can maybe give snippets of a person's energy. I can't bring that person back. And it's unfair to sort of put that kind of pressure onto myself or any medium for that matter. So I'm really sorry if this video upsets anybody or makes anybody feel a little bit bad or whatever. And I'm not saying it to be nasty, but I just think it's really important that people understand the level of boundary, because yesterday the boundaries were being completely pushed and ignored. And like I say, I have the time for anybody. My inbox is always open for people, and I've always said that, but there has to be limits, there has to be reasons. And I've been drinking, and I'd had like 3 or 4 drinks last night. So when this lady sort of contacted me, if I'd have tried to conduct a reading, that would have been completely unethical because I was not in the right space. And it's not about, you know, this lady was saying, oh, I'll pay you X, Y, Z. It's not about the money. It's about me needing time as a physical person just as much as everybody else. So most people respect that and there's no issue. But for anyone that can't respect that, then I'm not the reader for you. And it is as simple as that. And I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but that's just how it is. But I don't want to dwell on it, but I think it is important to kind of put it out there. But anyway, let's move on. So as we look at sort of Monday, let's see what we sort of have in store. Let's see what we need to know about. Working with the Everyday Tarot today. So picking a card for this Monday and seeing what we need to know about for the coming week ahead. Okay. So channeling the cards for the highest of good. Ooh, okay, so this week we may have a little bit of a surprise in store. We're going into the energy of the Tower. So with the Tower, sometimes things happen, they kind of crop up or they come about a little bit randomly. Sometimes we can't always prepare for things with the Tower, and sometimes with the Tower, things have to gently fall apart a little bit before they can kind of be rebuilt. So be a bit careful, be a bit cautious this week with the Tower. Some people fear this card. I actually really like this card because all it's saying and suggesting is that there might be some things that happen that could be beyond your control, but you'll be able to deal with them sort of head on, but they're things you couldn't plan for, they're things you couldn't sort of preempt happening. Like last night, that sort of lady that started messaging me, in a way, was a classic example of the Tower. It's something that, came out of the blue. I I didn't know she was going to contact me or whatever. And so it kind of took me off guard, but you just have to work with it accordingly. And like I say, never want to hurt or harm anybody, but there has to be respect and there has to be boundaries. And with any form of reading, that works on both parties. It's not just about the medium. Very often it has to come from the receiver. And if it's not there, it's not going to work. So the Tower is sort of saying, be a bit careful, be a bit cautious about changes or things that might come around, that might happen, that catch you off guard a little bit. But like I say, sometimes things have to crumble, they have to fall apart briefly before they can become fixed or become repaired a little bit, okay? So be a bit careful, be a bit cautious this week. Don't go looking for any problems because it's not needing to sort of do anything like that, but just be mindful and just be aware if something comes up a little bit out of the blue. Just remember, Mitch said, right, we're in that Tower energy, this might happen. And this could be really positive stuff. It's not always negative things. Sometimes it could be that you've suddenly come into some money out of the blue, or suddenly you've seen somebody you've not seen for ages, a connection that's kind of been re-established. It could be anything, but sometimes it can be things that are slightly untoward as well. So just have your wits about you is the thing this week, really. But what is important to remember with the energy of the Tower is it's temporary. So yes, there might be some disruption, there might be some disturbances, but also the Tower can become fixed and can still stand after the disruption has happened, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. So I'm going to leave it with you. I hope it resonates, hope it makes sense. Stay safe and stay well. Have a fantastic week ahead. Once more, thank you so much to everybody that came to the demo night on Devises and supported it and shared the love. It was such a cool evening, and I'll look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Love and blessings. Bye for now.